What's a childhood mystery you didn't solve until years later? When I was around 10, we had a grandparent living with us after losing their partner. Every night, without fail, they'd go into their room and start talking. Full conversations with laughs, questions, even arguments. Through the thin walls, I could hear it clearly. But they were always alone, sitting by the mirror. My parents brushed it off as harmless muttering, saying that older people sometimes talk to themselves. But it wasn't just mumbling. These were full back-and-forth conversations. They'd say things like, "Oh really? What did the doctor say?" Then pause like they were listening to a reply and respond, "That's great news." I got curious and started listening more closely. Every night at the same time, they would go to the mirror and have these long talks, gossip, health updates, old memories. They'd laugh at jokes I couldn't hear, and even get upset over things the invisible person apparently said. Sometimes they'd snap, "No, that's not how it happened. You're remembering it wrong." This happened for years. I became obsessed. I checked for hidden phones, radios, nothing. Even tried sneaking around the window. Still nothing. Just them, talking like someone else was right there. They talked about people I'd never heard of, places from the past, events from before I was even born. They remembered every detail about these people, their lives, jobs, families. It was like they had a secret social life in that room. One night when I was 13, I finally worked up the nerve to knock during one of the conversations. I asked, "Who are you talking to?" They just looked at me and said, "What do you mean, sweetie? I'm just getting ready for bed." But I had just heard them deep in a conversation about someone's surgery. I told my parents, and they exchanged this weird look. One of them sat me down and said, "They have dementia. Their mind is just confused." But it didn't add up. These conversations were too specific and consistent. After they passed away a few years later, we were going through their room and found something chilling. In the vanity drawer, there was a small recorder and a bunch of old cassette tapes labeled by date. Titles like Sunday Calls or Book Club with the Girls. I played one from the 80s, and there it was. The same voices, same stories, same conversations I had heard them having in real time. They had been replaying these recordings of long-gone friends and talking back, like they were still alive. We even found an address book with names and dates. Every friend they talked to had passed away years ago. For years, I'd been listening to my grandparent keeping those friendships alive, talking to ghosts on tape.